I told everyone to meet here tomorrow morning. Sometimes it's best to be alone for a while.
Thanks, Mikleo.
Sieffre, don't worry about it too much. I need a bit of a walk myself. Dezel's death, his shameful acts, and the things Simone said. Perhaps they're all things the shepherd has to accept in order to quell the Lord of Calamity.
I'm just not sure how to feel about it all.
I was thinking you should quit.
What?
Just hear me out. I used to think that when the shepherd was getting crushed and overwhelmed by his duty or by his destiny, that it was something that you could just up and quit. Until yesterday, that is. Things are different now.
For Dezel's sake, if nothing else, I want to find the answers.
That's right. It isn't even some feeling of obligation so much as I just want to know, in the hope that we won't make the same mistakes again. So that's why I no longer think you should quit.
We definitely have to find some answers.
Right. And it isn't just the shepherd's duty either. This journey is something we, all of us, need to own.
That's true. Thank you.
There's no need for thanks. I just said how I truly feel.
Our friend, the creepy little girl, she said she was burdened with sins.
Right. And she also said that the shepherd must know the truth of Seraphim, who carry such sorrowful burdens.
Of those whose mere existence means human suffering. Sometimes death can be a release. If just by living one causes terrible things to happen, then death would be.
Edna, stop right there!
I'm not talking about Dezel, you idiot.
You shouldn't be saying that about your brother either!
So what if I did? They're just words. It's probably nothing you haven't heard before anyway.
I still don't like it. I don't want to hear it right now.
Oh. Then there's nothing to discuss.
Yeah.
Sieffre. All I was really trying to say is that I think Dezel was saved in a way. I chose my words poorly, and it was wrong of me. I apologize.
Thank you, Edna.
Don't mention it.
Lila, what are you doing?
Oh, this?
That's incredible! How'd you do that?
Making paper crafts like this really takes the edge off for me. I forget about all my cares, and it's like I just enter my own little world.
I see.
Sieffre, you've got to stop carrying the burden all by yourself.
I think this one's gonna be tough, even if I share the burden. I find myself wondering, was there anything else I could have done? Should we have talked it over first? I just start thinking about things.
Moments of reflection are good for the spirit, Sieffre, but regrets solve nothing.
What's this?
Humans have a custom. Sometimes they send a paper boat down a river imbued with a remembrance of their lost one, so that it may reach them. Since Dezel was a wind seraph, I thought maybe a bird that soars through the air would be more fitting. Now, Saray, let's send it off.
I'm sure it reached him. Lila,
Yes?
thank you. But you mustn't try to carry the burden all by yourself either.
I'll be quite fine. There's no need to worry. I'm going to stay up here for a while. The wind feels comforting.
All right then. I'll leave you to it.
Okay. I too have a ways to go.
Hey, Shepherd. Tell me something. How was Dezel in his last moments?
He was smiling.
So, he was he? I guess he got his wish after all.
Zavid, you knew Dezel, didn't you?
Sort of. There was a time my comrades and I saved him, and he was just a little rascal.
Oh. Is that why your fighting styles are so similar?
Yep, he learned by copying me. And yet, I don't think he even remembered who I was. That fellow tossed everything away, even his memories. But if something gets thrown away, you just gotta find it again. And you found it for him, didn't you?
Hey, are you trying to comfort me, Zavid?
You bet I am. You're gonna be my all-important vessel pretty soon. Can't have you getting all malevolent on me.
Huh?
And on that note, I think I'll go talk to Lila about that Sublord Pact.
You gotta be kidding me!
Well, I can't exterminate the Hellions all by myself anymore, can I? And besides, if I tag along with you, I can collect your debt to me whenever I like.
You can't just decide something like that!
Oops, I did. Anyway, see you tomorrow, Sheps.
That lousy...
Saray.
Huh?
Back there, I spoke with Dezel during his last moments. And when I saw him then, I remembered something that I'd forgotten long ago. I had met him before, when I was really little. I realized he'd probably been protecting me ever since, my whole life.
Rose, Dezel didn't want you to know that. He said he wanted you to live believing you'd come this far by your strength alone.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what he wanted. But I actually wish he'd just straight up told me, without knowing I was a jerk, self-absorbed and totally ungrateful to him.
Sorry.
From now on, you gotta tell me these things, alright?
Right. This is actually a load off my mind. I was worried you'd be, devastated.
Yeah, I don't know. A whole lot of things happened all at once. And somehow it doesn't feel like I'll never see him again. And the garbage that crazy Simone chick was spouting, I think it says more about her problems than anything else.
Rose, you're my hero.
Oh, I just don't like to think too much. Anyway, Saray, you get some good rest.
I will.
morning, Sieffre. Did you sleep well?
Yeah.
You don't look like it.
Yo, Sieffre!
Oh, Zavid, you're still here.
Ouch! Lila, is he always this cold?
Well, it looks like everyone's here. Care to explain why you wish to enter the Sublord Pact?
No problemo. My goal is directly connected to the Shepherd's journey.
Your goal? Oh yeah, you said there were people you had to settle the score with.
Right. One of them being little Miss Edna's older brother. And the other? Mautellus.
Now tell us of the Five Lords?
The entire Glenwood continent is supposed to be under his protection, right? Except our baby boy toddled off somewhere, and right at that exact time, the Lord of Calamity shows up. Isn't that funny?
It can't be.
I didn't think it could be either. At first.
But if Mautellus really did become a Hellion and bind with Heldalf...
We'll need to confirm that's what happened.
And the only way to do that is to approach him directly.
Maybe. But we need to be able to stand against Heldalf's domain, or we're sunk.
And that's where I come in. If you'll let me fill the Dezel-shaped hole in your group, together we should be strong enough. How about it? It's in all our best interests, right?
What do you believe we should do?
Sieffre,
Oh, what were we talking about again?
Hey, can I have the floor?
Huh?
Hey! I thought you had good to do in the world! Keep moping and crying, and I'll chain you up so tight you can't even breathe! That's what he said. Oh, and he asked me to kick your ass a little too while I was at it. And then I told him I'd do my best out there. And so that's why I'm damn well gonna do my best out there. Why am I crying like this?
Rose.
He was really, really glad he got to travel with all of you. And I didn't even notice. But in the end, he was smiling. If only I talked with him more. Oh, forget it. I'm done.
Thank you for delivering his message to us. He was a kind watchdog up until the very end.
I'll say.
Guess you'll be okay from now on, huh, Rose?
I'm okay. Are you okay?
All right, let's go!
Hold your horses! Don't I get a pack thingy?
Oh,
Alrighty. So, now what do we do?
just as planned. We're heading to Glaivend Basin.
since it's the place where we first met Heldalf.
Glaivend Basin, huh? Here we go!
You said you'd fill in for Dezel, right?
A man never goes back on his word. Well, unless it's with the ladies.
But can you really do it?
Oh ho ho! You doubt me, huh? Come on, you've seen what I can do.
Yeah, but only because you practically forced it on us.
I said I was sorry. Jeez.
We get how strong you are, but what about the spiritual power of wind? You don't have to go back and get it?
Not to worry. The shepherd takes those spiritual powers into his being. So there's nothing to worry about. Especially not with an able and handsome wind seraph like me.
All right then.
I won't let you down.
I'll see to it you don't.
I'm a little surprised. You're quite knowledgeable about spiritual powers and shepherds.
Well, I am a well-experienced grown-ass man after all. You know, you can always count on me.
Somehow I'm not so sure that I can.
I know this is real sudden, but there's something I want to ask y'all so I can fit in a little better. Tell me your weaknesses.
Why would we tell you something like that?
Hey now, that's cold, Mick boy. I'll tell you mine to make it fair. On days when the temperature is low, I get cold.
Yeah, because you don't wear any clothes.
Oh, I see how it is. You want something juicier? Let me tell you something. If a girl starts crying, there's nothing I won't do for her.
Didn't need to know that, thanks.
You guys are tough customers. All right, try this one on for size. I'm strong against earth, but weak against fire.
We knew that.
That's no good either? Well, then here's a juicy tidbit that'll rock your world. As far as I can tell, from the waist up, Lila is...
This isn't even about weaknesses anymore.
Looks like you're fitting in just fine, I'd say.
Hey, Zavid. I want to ask you about something you mentioned.
Oh, Is this your response to my love confession?
Don't try and weasel your way out of this. You said there was something you had to settle with my brother.
That's all there is to it, really. There's just something between us we need to settle.
And that something is?
I told him, please, let me marry your little sister, and he punched me.
Don't lie.
Oh, come on, he'd totally do something like that.
Fine. Don't tell me then.
No wonder he's worried about her all the time.
So what's this really about?
Did Edna's brother ask a favor from you or something like that?
Who wants to know?
Does it have something to do with the oath?
Nah, it's not that big of a deal. But even so, a promise between men is just as sacred. All right, here you go.
I can't wait to try them.
Oh my!
What's wrong? Eat up, man.
You know, I've been wondering about something.
I can't believe you know how to make grape milfeus.
Oh, I see how it is. Witnessing my tender side is making you all fall for me, ain't it?
Don't push it.
Ow!
How did you learn to make these delicious sweets, Zavid?
I want to know too. This just seems too crazy to be real.
I doubt you'll find anything out just by asking, though.
That's not true. Zavid is the type of guy who just does what needs to be done.
I knew you'd get me, Mr. Shepherd.
So what's the reason behind it?
Back in the day, I had a companion that kept hounding me to make them. So, one day I caved in and did. And she was a total bombshell, too. How could a guy like me say no?
What?
I figured as much.
So that's your angle, huh?
Phew, didn't mess up this time.
Hey, Rose, what you making?
Oh, just Baumkuchen. I used to be flawless at making them. But these days, it's like I can't do it without messing up a little bit.
Yet today, you were able to make them just fine, huh?
Yep. Here you go. Feast your taste buds on this Sparrow Feathers brand Baumkuchen. Satisfaction guaranteed.
I'd give that a 95.
It's delicious!
It's so moist and soft, and perfectly sweet, but not cloyingly so.
And the sugar coating just accentuates it so well.
The key ingredients are honey and melon juice, I presume.
How'd you know? I was sure you guys wouldn't figure it out.
It's 'cause I can read the wind. Just like he would have thought to do.
I see. So even there, he was helping me the whole time. Thanks, Dezel.
It all might be too much for mere humans to bear.
I shouldn't have taken them along. Oh, it's so useless to say that now.
They could have stayed home in their rooms if they didn't want to deal with it. They went out of their own accord.
Yeah, and I don't think either of them expect or want anyone to take responsibility for their being dragged into this.
Both of them seem so used to living with the Seraphim. Wonder if they were always like this.
Saray and I were raised together ever since we were just babies.
There was a time when you were a baby?
That's rude.
My bad, my bad. I'm sure you were a sweet, well-behaved little guy back in your day.
Too bad I'm not like that anymore, huh? You know, there's something I've been wondering.
Yeah, what?
You're an Earth Seraph, right? So why do you use an umbrella for a weapon? Isn't that more like a water element?
I guess I can tell you. Ready to have your mind blown? I'm using it precisely because I'm an Earth Seraph.
Huh?
You know about the dominant relationships among the elements: earth, water, fire, and wind, right? Earth is stronger than water. Meaning that especially when using seraphic arts, you can increase your mana output by using the subordinate element as a catalyst.
What?
Just to let you know, Lila has been using wind-imbued paper, and Dezel's pendulum has been using earth and minerals as their catalysts. The staff that you've been using is fundamentally an earth element. You'd have to be a complete idiot for using something like that as a water seraph, is what I'd like to say, but I'll hold back.
But you did just say it.
Well, if you've been using it as a way to train yourself, or a way to incorporate physical attacks on top of seraphic arts, then you're not doing it completely wrong, at least. The longer you live, the easier it is for you to choose to do what takes the least amount of effort. But if you really aren't satisfied and want to grow stronger, then you're just going to have to do things the hard way if you want to go beyond whatever ability you were born with.
Huh.
Anyways, you've been using your staff without knowing what it's for. Good job, dummy.
Ugh.
Attention, everyone.
What's up?
I found this.
A letter?
This will be a short missive. The time for alliance grows nigh. I would judge your true strength. I shall await you in the far depths of Igraine, the shrine of the fire trial. I will not blame you if you turn and run, but know that I shall judge you to be cowards.
What the huh?
It's a summons. They want us to go to the fire trial shrine.
Sounds like someone wants to pick a fight with us.
Who? Seriously?
I'm curious about the time for alliance bit,
You are? A lady's intuition, is it?
if that's what you want to call it.
Well, alright then. Why don't we check it out?
Why do you kill the Hellions?
Well, hell's bells. Not one to mince words now, are you?
It's not the sort of thing you need to beat around the bush about.
Fair enough. Plain and simple, it's just my style.
You mean killing?
If I gotta.
There are some out there who can't be purified.
Yeah. There are Hellions who can't go back to their original form.
But even so, Saray promised he'd find a way to bring them back. With Edna.
How shepherdly of him. Well, if he can't find a way, then he needs to take responsibility. As long as he does that, it's fine.
Taking responsibility.
To kill, you mean?
No, not exactly. Meaning he needs to find his own answer. That was pretty wise of me, right? They love me not. They love me, they love me not. They love me.
What is it you're trying to find out?
You know how I joined halfway, and like, after I did a bunch of not-so-nice stuff to you guys? I kinda wonder if everyone hates me.
Well, what did you find out?
Well, it looks like... yeah, everyone pretty much hates me.
Oh, come now. Saray and the others aren't like that.
Yeah, he is the shepherd and all, not to mention kind of a goody two-shoes. So maybe it's kind of meaningful that a guy like me tags along, even if I'm not exactly welcomed.
Then I'll do a little reading myself to see if you're truly welcome among us.
A paper flower? That means there's only one petal.
Zavid is our friend, it says.
It's just some dumb fortune.
Maybe, but my fortunes are never wrong.
Hey, Mr. Shepherd, where's Lila and the others?
They went to the sauna to relax.
Oh, snap! Saray, let's set up the sauna!
Maybe later.
Come on, don't be such a buzzkill! We men need to be open and comfortable about things like this. You know, a naked relationship.
Well, you are always half naked, Zavid.
I may look like an exhibitionist when it comes to my body, but the door to my heart is always closed. That's why I wanted to take this time to bond with you. You know, like, as an accomplice.
Don't tell me you're going to read the wind to snoop around the girls' sauna.
Oh, you're pretty sharp after all, you no-good shepherd, you.
I don't think this is a good idea. Someone's definitely going to notice.
I don't want to grow up to be the kind of guy who views everything as a win-or-lose situation. The trickling sweat, the flushed red cheeks. There is a healthy, sublime beauty in this closed space we call a sauna. Sieffre, let's go hunting for babes.
That sure was therapeutic. Why don't you guys step in as well?
You mean like this?
That's not the kind of babe hunting I'm talking about!
Huh?
Today's dinner
Was a little hard to swallow for growing boys like us.
Even if you're not a youngin', this stuff is so bland.
I chose it so we could all have something healthier to eat for once. Looks like it wasn't well received, though.
It's great that it's healthy and all, but this is too much of a good thing.
Yeah, it's not very chewy or crunchy, very subtle in flavor. No matter how you look at it, it wasn't very satisfying.
It certainly was quite a radical dinner.
You didn't have to say that much about it. That really hurts. I've been working hard to make sure everyone's health stays in check, and not to mention our wallets.
Whoa! Hey, we don't blame you for anything. Isn't that right, Mikleo? Zavid?
Right. We know how much you care for us out there. I'm really grateful. Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks for caring about us. Glad to have you by our side.
I'm so glad to hear it. Now then, guess it's time for a second helping.
Wait, so you only made this because it was what you really wanted to eat?
So then, now what do we do? It looks like Heldalf wasn't in Glaivend.
Indeed. Were he near us, we'd surely have felt the strength of his domain.
I guess we'll have to search somewhere else.
But we'll need at least some clue as to where he is.
Agreed. I hate wasting my time.
Hiding such a large amount of malevolence shouldn't exactly be an easy task.
Malevolence, huh? I remember feeling an unusually strong level of malevolence before.
When was that?
Right after we fought earlier. It was when we were heading back to Pendrago from the Guinevere Shrine.
So, maybe southwest of Pendrago?
Alright, let's check it out.
You guys really gonna go on such a shot in the dark?
Sounds like it's worth a look.
We've got nothing to lose.
If this ends up being a waste of time, I swear I'll stab you.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
This domain, it's so strong.
Heldalf is... Heldalf!
Whoa, okay, yeah, he's freaky strong.
This won't go like last time.
I certainly hope that it won't.
What do you mean?
Do you think it's coincidence that you've encountered Hellion's domains at every turn?
So what? This was all your doing? Is that what you want to say?
Is this your idea of being merciful?
You know, he used to be a general. There's no telling what he's really plotting.
Is he trying to negotiate?
Be on your guard, Sieffre.
Yeah, he's capable of anything.
So, how are we supposed to find out if this guy really did bind with Mautelis?
We'll just have to fight him head on.
You got a death wish?
If not that, then what?
Tell me something, Heldalf. Are you...
What's so damn funny?
You talk far too much. I am the Lord of Calamity, and thou art the Shepherd. The meeting of the two is, by definition, conflict. Do you not agree?
Sieffre!
Here he comes, everyone!
Go on! Show me what a vessel you are!
I won't be pushed over that easily!
We're definitely outclassed, but
We got this!
Underestimated me!
it's time! Howling blade! Full damage!
Stutter and fall to the earth!
Underestimated me! Hard to believe you're the same rosy-cheeked youth as before.
We're making progress, but I got a bad feeling about this.
Wonder of wonders. I agree with you.
You like that?
Are you happy?
Huh?
Keep fighting like this, and you'll strike me down. Can't you feel it? Is that not what you truly wish inside?
What are you saying?
You yearn for it. You crave it. Would you drown in this fountain of ecstasy you have created?
Lila! It's time to settle this!
What's wrong?
Sieffre, if you finish this here, can you be absolutely sure you will not regret it later?
That's right. Did we really come all this way just to smack old Kitty Beard around? Or was there something else?
As you know, to quell the Lord of Calamity is the duty of the Shepherd. That is not incorrect.
Is he challenging us? Do it if we can?
No.
The bastard's up to something.
Simone,
Yes.
dispose of them.
An illusory art!
Look out, everyone!
You're too late. My, you're finally putting some effort into it. How long do you think your malevolence can isolate him?
For one of his strength, probably only about 10 minutes. I apologize.
It will do.
What have you done, Heldalf?
Get ready!
Great bang! Let's give it up! How's this? Here! That was me!
Unknown type of Hellion.
Pillars of Flame! Brilliant present! Drop them!
Don't tell me the tables have turned. Destruction! Victory was close, yet now only anxiety and impending doom!
Sieffre!
Don't let your emotions waver. He's...
Lila!
Still you interfere?
Ignite flames! Primordial light!
Ancient Nova!
No escape! Purifying flames! Get lost! Deathless Mioma! Lila, Heldalf is trying to manipulate me while I'm still missing the full picture. Is that what you're trying to say? At this rate, he's just going to keep needling me. I'm a plaything to him.
Saray, I understand.
You've got to help everyone.
You're not getting away.
Afraid not!
Plaything! Let's keep it up!
Baseball! Baseball! Yes, that's the way!
We just have to find a weak point! Fire! Fire! Get lost! Drop them! Unknown cross!
Fire!
Crimson Flame! May it burn your soul! Rate of fire! No escape! Tower of Blood! Breakthrough! Blood Moon! Let's knock him back with the hidden art!
Under destruction.
Vermilion Crescent! No escape! Purifying flames! Rate of fire! Crimson Flame! May it burn your soul! Breakthrough! No escape!
Destruction.
Get lost! I'll take you down! Release my sprout chain!
Destruction.
What?
Under
Blood Moon! Molten Ball! Crimson Cross! Appear, flames!
destruction.
Vermilion Crescent! Drop them! Ignite, flames! Appear, flames! Calamity Flare!
Underestimated me.
Get lost!
Destruction.
Appear, flames!
Destruction.
Release my sprout chain! Blood Moon! Drop them! Crimson Cross!
Destruction.
Blood Moon! Molten Ball! Primordial Light! Ancient Nova! Get lost! Drop them!
Weekly.
Get lost! Drop them! Primordial Light! Ancient Nova!
Weekly.
Molten Ball! Crimson Cross! Blood Moon! Primordial Light!
Paper now! Saray!
Do not resist.
No! I will never give up!
Do you not realize how warped it is to struggle so?
What?
Simone, release the squire.
At once. Ow! What on...
Prepare to see just what your resistance has earned you, Shepherd.
No!
And that was his fatal mistake, wasn't it, Lila? Bethmas Mioma! Resist this, dumbass!
Do you really plan to slay her? A seraph?
Killing is my business. Or did you forget?
Simone.
Very well, as you wish.
Rose!
Toying with you has lost its charm. Shepherd Saray, work under me. Should we not bring this world back to the way it was, together?
What?
Walking a path alongside the Lord of Calamity can only lead to malevolence. Surely you—
And what is so strange about that? Malevolence will always be with us. It can only be dispelled by the scant few who hold the power of purification. Are you saying that's the way things should be?
Hellions only bring pain to humans and seraphim alike.
And so it is therefore natural to resist malevolence? Absurd. Shepherd Saray, I repeat once more, join me. For too long have the Seraphim been forced to fight the Malevolence. Too long have they been chained, toiling away at their blessings. Let us restore them to their rightful form as Hellions.
I refuse.
Then let us finish our battle once and for all.
I refuse that as well. This is not the time.
So you say. But one day you will discover it for yourself, the true nature of humans and seraphim in this world.
No mistake. That bearded menace is connected to Mautelis. When we were trapped by his malevolence, I felt a presence.
But there wasn't even a trace of Mautelis back then.
Think about it. What if you were convinced you couldn't see something, but it was right under your nose?
It's something we see all the time and yet never notice.
This?
The ground?
You mean the Hellion could be using the continent of Glenwood itself as a vessel?
Right. There's only one guy out there who'd be capable of pulling it off.
But if that's the case...
Even if all this is true, is it possible to purify the land itself? If Heldalf were the vessel, it would make a lot more sense. But if the Earth is the vessel, why would Mautelis also be connected to Heldalf?
Let's find Mautelis. If it's true that Heldalf is connected to Mautelis, who's become a Hellion using the Earth as a vessel, then so long as we don't purify Mautelis, we'll never be able to quell Heldalf.
But even with all the legends of Mautelis we've collected, there hasn't been a single clue as to his whereabouts.
We should search for Maven.
Old Man Maven?
That's right. He was journeying to study the legends surrounding Mautelis as well.
We don't have a clue, but he just might.
Yeah, but how are we supposed to find him?
I have an inkling. Let's go meet with the ones who protect the ruin of Logren and see what they think.
Logren? That's the ruin in Zefgot Moor, right?
Yes.
Then it's been decided. Let's get packing, Meebo.
All right. Just stop that.
Hey, are you okay with this?
I trust him, though it is a gamble.
Why did she...
Rose, is the injury you got from him starting to hurt?
Oh, no, I'm totally fine. It's just really embarrassing for me to get hurt like that when being kept ransom.
No. What's really scary is that he would do such a thing without hesitation. And plus...
Simone's reaction.
Yes,
Her illusions are really something.
her skills are quite unusual. But there's something even stranger about her.
You mean how she isn't affected by malevolence?
Yes. Or rather, how deeply she believes in him from the bottom of her heart.
But how could she? When she was shot, she was smiling. How could she trust him so?
Only she knows the answer.
But Simone has remained a seraph while following the will of Heldalf. That much is true.
So then what's really dangerous is how pure she actually is.
Pretty ironic.
Yeah,